Hi there. It's been a while since I've uploaded an entry in a content in this channel. That's because I've been busy with school, what's with finishing up final exams and grades and stuff like that, with the school in Indonesia coming to a close. Presently, I'm in the Philippines. I've gone home for the school break, and it also gave me the opportunity to um, work on my trees here again. This right here is a Ficus Triangularis. Um, if you've been in this channel for a while, you're probably familiar with it. This is the very first um, tree I've made a video of and posted here in my channel. Um, so I'm back here to work on it again. Um, okay, so let's start off at the bottom, at the root base. So what we have here, actually, if we are going to trace the roots, I mean the trunk, there's actually a very nice taper here and very nice movement as well. Okay, so there's a dead wood feature here, and then we have this natural arcing leader right here, which I think I mentioned this in the first video that I did not wire that one. It developed naturally, so that's a good thing. Some roots, aerial roots growing here, nice. I also have this large root um, that has grown and kind of like help power this section of the tree, right? Okay, so I've chosen this as the front because I think it's the most interesting uh, looking part of the plant, because if I would turn it on the other side, it's just flat and not so interesting. So we have a lot of features that are shown here. We have a wide uh, base here, and then a very good taper moving up. So I have no issue with regards to movement and taper of this tree. As you can see, the movement are very much um, exaggerated even. So um, deadwood feature. Alright, so let's talk about the branches. We have this as our first branch, but I think I may have to eliminate this one. We don't need this. So we have two branches here, so we'll eliminate this one. This one we will wire down lower, and we'll develop this one and that other branch there as well. Okay, so moving up, um, there's an issue in this tree that I mentioned in the last video, is that it developed a reverse taper right here because there's a lot of branches growing up. There's a huge branch which I cut last time from here, growing here, so I cut it off, and then I shortened this one right here. But as I'm looking at this tree right now, I'm more inclined to remove this whole section right here and develop this as the apex instead. So what I'm looking at is I have this as the first branch, and then I'll have this as the back branch. This one I will pull towards here. I think we can appreciate it more if we look at it here. So we have the first branch, back branch right here. This one I will pull that one over here with wires to fill up that space right there. This one I will pull downward to fill up that space right here as well. And then we'll develop this one as the apex, and then we will remove this one. I think we'll remove this whole section right here to address that reverse taper. Okay, for today, I will simply be defoliating the tree. I will remove the bark on this section to kind of like develop that as a dead wood feature for now, and then wire some of the branches into position so that when I get back on June, um, I can work on how whatever the tree will give me in response to the things that I've worked with. Later this, I think next week, I would also apply some fertilizers to kind of like help the tree boost it up some more. So um, I'll remove this one, defoliate the tree, remove this one, wire this into position, wire this downward, this one, turn this into a deadwood feature, and then that would pretty much be the work on this tree today. Alright, so let's do that. Okay, so I have stripped off the bark to turn this into a deadwood feature. Right, so I've also used the pliers to um, roll some of the parts of the branches to kind of like create a more natural looking um, dead wood. That way it doesn't look like somebody, you know, cut it off and stuff like that. We can further work on this section right here. So now we have this branch here as the ones that we will, this one will be the new leader. This will be where most of the upper section of the tree will develop from. Foliated the tree, leaving very few leaves because I don't want to put too much stress on the tree, you know, like completely defoliating it. So I'll just leave some of those leaves there. Next thing that I would be doing is will be the wiring of these branches into position. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, so I've wired the tree into position. I mean the branches into their initial position, and I've also set the apex as well. I only wired the major branches. The minor branches are not set in positions yet. I don't have the necessary gauge of wire for that. I think the wire I'm using are way too tough and big for smaller branches, and I might damage them. So I decided not to wire them just yet. Okay, so but the initial shape of the tree is already set. You have the back branch, all the side branches, and the apex as well. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for this tree this time around. So I'll have an update on this tree by December when I get back from Indonesia for the Christmas break. Alright, I hope you enjoyed um, watching me work on this tree as much as I did. I'll see you again in the next video. Cheers.